Mhm. Okay, so the recording for Hava has started. That means we can begin. And today we're going to speak about the new topic. We're going to start the fifth unit from our course book, and we'll be speaking about money in this part. Nice and important talk, yes. In Russia, it is a talk that people don't probably speak a lot about, yes. Yeah, but anyway, money vocabulary and money talk is important. What I'd like you to do first as a warm-up, could you open up the chat, yes, our chat, and could you write any words that you know connected to money topic, okay? Maybe you can think of the verbs we can use with money or anything else. Any words, phrases that are connected to money. Okay, go ahead. What can you remember? Income, Artyom, perfect one. Yes, super good word, income. Go on. Debt. Oh no. Yes. An upsetting word, debt. Yes, salary. Very good. Yes, lovely. Account, very good. You may say a bank account,
Bank
just
account.
to make it a little clear. Yeah, very good one, a bank account. Because account can be anything, right?
I don't remember how it.
Okay, good word, Artyom. Yes, I know. Can you pronounce it?
Mortgage.
Mortgage. And what is that?
Это ипотека.
Ипотека, that's right. So money you take from the bank for buying apartment or house, yeah? And we spell it like that. Mortgage.
Mortgage.
Mortgage. Mortgage. Good one. Okay, mortgage.
And one, I think it's some good word is I don't remember. Like this, bargain.
Bargain. Oh yes, I love it. Bargain is a really cool word. Artyom, could you explain what is a bargain?
This is the excellent not choice. This is a very good price for something. The best.
Right.
The best low price.
That's true. That's true. Usually bargain is something good you buy. Yeah, so it's some good product or a product you wanted, and it is for good money. Yeah, and that is called a bargain. Good one. Olga, something more connected to money?
Invoice.
Okay, Artyom, that was cost. Very good also. Good one. Olga, you wanted to say something more?
Invoice.
Invoice. Okay, that's so good also. How would you explain what is invoice?
It's when you buy something, you can ask invoice. For example, for return, maybe tax.
Yes, this is right.
This
by the way, tax is also the good word.
This is similar to check or no, or not?
Check, it's usually on на кассе.
Yes, so have a look. It's interesting. First of all, check. Just check. In English, it's totally different thing, yes? A check is typical for America, yes? And they can write you a check, you go to the bank and you get the money. It's a different thing. The thing that we get in the shop, when we pay for something, we get a receipt. Yeah, so it's a different one. Receipt.
Receipt.
Receipt. And have a look. We write P, but we don't say it. Receipt. Say it with me together.
Receipt.
Very good. Receipt. Invoice is a little bit different, yes. What is the Russian word for it, Olga?
Ну, invoice, ну, это как счет-фактура.
Yeah, like товарный чек, может быть, нет?
Ну, может быть, да,
Такое,
похоже.
yeah? Right. Okay, good one. Yes, and this is what we need for returning taxes, yeah? For example, at the border somewhere, yeah?
Мгм.
Okay. Good. So quite a lot of... Ага, Артем?
А invoice может быть еще как сейчас другое значение напоминание, нет? Это не вообще другое. Invoice, нет? Или это я...
No, I'm not sure. Let me check, okay? Just to be sure, but I don't think so. 1 second.
Мгм.
I know only financial documents.
Yeah, so no, Артем, it's only this one, yes, like накладная, вот русское слово, да, накладная, квитанция. Yeah. No other meaning, no. So only
Okay.
this one, yes.
And can we say receipt
Yeah.
in when when you cook something and you want receipt, or this is another
No, and this word, what you mean, is called recipe.
person.
They're two complicated words, yes, recipe, and we write it like that. I will send it to you in a second. Recipe, like that.
Mhm.
Yes, so have a look. What you get in a shop, it's called a receipt. Say it with me, receipt.
Receipt.
Receipt. The way you cook something is called recipe.
Receipt.
Recipe. Yeah? Отличается только буковкой T в конце. А произношение меняется полностью. Receipt, recipe. Okay.
Receipt.
Recipe.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
They are very similar, but the meaning is completely different. Yes. Okay. And one more word that I can think about money is budget. What do you think?
Budget.
Budget, yes, a good word, yes, for money.
Yeah.
And this is what I would like to ask you about. Oh, fee, very good. Agree. Fee is cool word.
Margarita, how can we say about when you короче, штраф, я забыл.
Штраф, it's also a good word. Thank you. Fine.
Fine, yeah, because it's little bit fee and fine, but it's
Right. Fine can be a verb or a noun. Yeah, you can say they fined me. All right. As a verb, they fined me for wrong parking. Yeah. Okay, they fined me for wrong parking, or you can say I got a fine for wrong parking. Got it? So it can be a verb or a noun, both are possible. Okay, fine or to fine someone, right?
What does it mean, fee?
Fee, that means some costs. For instance, you want to go to university and study at university, and you want to know how much you need to pay for that. So you ask, how much is the fee?
Платеж.
Ну, стоимость, да? Fee. Right. Okay. University fees, for example, yeah? Okay, good. So, nice words, guys. And yes, I was at the word budget, and this is what we will start with discussing the topic. I'd like to ask you, how are you, or let's say, how do you manage your money? Do you plan your budget? Do you have a monthly or weekly budget, or you just spend as you go? So, Artem, how about you? men are usually more organized in terms of budget. So what about you? How do you manage your budget?
Honestly, my family, me and my wife, we don't have a strict budget, week budget or month budget, and we don't usually write a plan or something like that. But I know that every month I pay a mortgage and a fee and the credit to my car.
Right.
And and also I'm planning a big maybe a big a second big
purchase, probably.
Yes,
purchase.
Yes. Purchase and some budget for our future journeys, or some kind of traveling, maybe to the conference, to have a holidays or something like this.
Yes, because any trip is quite pricey. Yeah, it costs quite a lot to go anywhere. That is why we need to plan it into our budget.
And that's why I'm not a good planner, money planner. And my wife too. We don't have a budget. Like it's like a little chaos of it.
It's a bit of chaos.
We never calculate our income or our outcome.
Spendings.
Our spendings, yeah.
Right. Spending. Right. Sorry, Olga?
Spending, it's trata.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. So Artem, have a look. It can be weekly or monthly budget. Yeah, so LY, weekly, monthly budget. Right. Okay, Olga, how about you? How do you manage your money, and do you have a budget? Do you plan your budget?
I usually plan my budget when I going to travel. But usually I plan my salary budget for weekly.
So I have a weekly budget, yeah?
I have a weekly salary budget because it's interesting for me. But in other things, I'm also chaotic.
Chaotic, yes.
And because my brain usually don't like counts. And I know that it's not good, but to make a budget, it's annoying.
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 It's annoying, right? Okay. And do you guys manage to save up money regularly? And do you actually try to do that? I know there are some people, mostly those who plan their budget, they try to save up some percentage of their monthly income. Yeah. So what about you? Do you try to save up? Artem, what about you?
I had not for неудачно, как будет?
Unsuccessful.
Yeah, unsuccessful. I had unsuccessful
experience.
Все слова забылось. I had unsuccessful experience experience about my not budget, but my trying to save some money or some like to have an account with the percent of some my spendings or something like this. But it's interesting that because we live in Russia and we don't have if we don't have exact plan of our country, what would be after 1 month or one year. That's why it's extremely difficult to have a long run planning or long run account with the good percent of I don't know how to say it.
I will help you. So you are speaking about a savings account.
Yes.
Savings account. And so if you have a savings account, you don't spend this money, right? But you get something from the bank.
Yeah.
Right? And this is what you get from the bank is called an interest rate. Or an interest, yeah? То есть ваш интерес, грубо говоря, от банка. And interest rate – это сколько вы будете получать, so the amount, yeah? Yes, so Artem, once again, and it's difficult to find good interest rate, yes?
It's difficult to find good interest rate and have can I say bargain savings accounts?
Yeah, that's right. I quite understand you. Yeah, because usually the inflation rate is higher than the interest rate. Yeah. And in the end, you don't win anything. Okay, I see what you mean. Olga, what about you? Do you manage to save up anything regularly? And do you bother yourself?
I tried to do this, but I also was unsuccessful in this question. But I have a saving account, saving account, and it's not there are not so much money because after experience from Soviet Union time. When our government catch all people's caught all people's money. To be honest, I'm afraid to keep money in on saving account.
In any account, I guess.
In any account.
Okay.
Because I think our government can do this anytime again.
Yeah, no one knows. Yes, no one knows. Right. As for inflation rate, actually, it is very high in many countries in the world these days. Yeah. And people who have some money, who have some savings, try to invest the money in anything, right? Rather than just keep the cash.
Margarita, can I ask a question? Yes. It's interesting that I've heard that in Turkey the inflation rate is very high, and it's like something like in Russia. There's crazy things with the lira, and it's something similar like in Russia.
Right. Yes, I think it's even a lot more extreme in there. Yes, and yeah, inflation rate sometimes reaches 40%. Yeah, so it's just extreme and you can't follow it. Yeah, when we were in Turkey in summer, yeah, so we came and the prices were already very, very high. Yes, rather high. And then the government announces that tomorrow all prices will double. Yeah. So and just people get poorer in one day. Yeah, so it happens, unfortunately, right? yeah, this is a little bit unstable economies, right? And people are always at risk in these countries. Yeah.
Yes, in Russia also I saw a lot of products, also a price for a lot of products
Doubled, yeah.
double.
Right. And some things in Turkey, for example, something expensive, right? The prices are capped in euros, yeah, or in dollars. For instance, apartment prices or property prices, they are fixed in euros, not in Turkish lira, because the fluctuation is too high, yeah. We used to have it in Russia. These days, it's not like that, yeah, but we used to have something like that in the 90s or 2000s, I remember, yeah. So the costs were fixed in euros. But again, back to euro, the inflation is also very high the last couple of years, right? Maybe not as extreme, but anyway, the inflation is rather high and prices are going up and up and up all the time, yes. Even comparing food prices, for instance, 1 year ago, many products were twice cheaper in Berlin in particular. Yeah, so prices also go up very dramatically. Yeah. Okay, yes, a bit depressing news. Yeah, well, I don't think we have a lot of positive things to say about money, but anyway. And another question about your spendings. Do you ever buy things that you don't need? So me personally, I try to avoid it, yes, and mostly I'm not very chaotic in the way what I buy, right? But sometimes I still have some impulsive purchases, not often. Olga, how about you? Do you sometimes buy things you don't need?
To be honest, last time, no. I usually prepare for buying something, and I'm раздумываю.
Okay, I think it over. I think
I'm thinking it over and trying to plan my
I had it in the chat. I had the word in the chat. Purchases.
purchase.
Yeah?
Purchase.
Okay.
But maybe 5 or 7 years ago, sometimes I can bought. I could buy
Yeah.
I could buy нет, не запланированные, unplanning things like new bag or new clothes.
Okay, fine. Got it. Artyom, what about you? Do you ever buy things you don't need?
Let me think about it. I don't know, but I think it's something like I can buy something like Lego or something that it's not necessary to have, but I like it and it's cool and interesting. And also I like to spend money for travel, for something, not things, but something to spend money for your emotions and something like that.
Okay.
That's why
This
I
is
like,
what we need, yes? It's not wasting money.
and I like to think about my future travel plans and to plan my journey. It's so cool. And honestly, I'm thinking about my future journey to Colombia and to Madrid and to Spain, because in Colombia there will be a meeting about chronic pelvic pain. My urology specialty, and after this, it will be in October 2024, and after this, there will be a conference in Madrid, in Spain, ICS, International Continental Society meeting, and these two meetings will be only few days near each, I don't know how to say, near each other.
Okay, yeah, they will be very close. Do you mean
close.
one day and then the next day?
Yes.
Yeah, some days in a row, подряд, yeah?
Some days, yes, in a row, and that's why I'm planning to a big journey to Colombia, and then after it to fly to Spain. And interesting that Colombia and Spain they have direct flights, because the Spanish speakers Spanish speaking countries,
Yeah.
and that's why they have direct flights, and the price is low for these flights, because maybe I think many people fly to these countries between.
Yeah, they're in back.
Yeah, and that's why I think about it. This is a very big journey, maybe.
Yes, very exciting. I believe it's a really cool experience. Yeah. And both places are super, super interesting to visit, plus good conferences. Yeah, it sounds nice.
And I'm planning to have a speech there.
Oh, wow. Okay, to give a speech, yeah?
To give a speech there. Yeah.
Okay. Amazing, Anton. Very, very nice plan. Okay, have a look, please. Help me with the preposition. If we say spend money, what preposition comes? Spend money, something. Spend
For?
money?
No.
Please, no. No.
Spend money to?
On.
On.
So please keep it in mind. Yes, spend money on something or waste money on something again. Yeah, it's different than in Russian. Okay, good. Let's have a look at some people telling us about how they live on their budget. Okay, I'm going to share a screen with you. And here you'll see 3 people telling us about living on a budget. I'd like you to read about these people. Tell me, please, who's the most organized, yes, in terms of money, and who are you most similar to? Okay, so read about the people rather quickly and then tell me what you think. Okay. So, Artem, what do you think? Who's the most organized and sensible?
I think Omar,
Omar. Why is that?
because he has a strict policy about his budgeting,
Yeah.
and he usually he takes out some money from his budget for a week, and set aside a bit of money for some emergencies every month.
Yeah.
I think it's not bad to have something like this, and that's why he's the most he has accuracy with his budget.
Very good. Right. Yes, yes. He knows exactly how much he spends a week. Yeah. And if he goes into debt, he would pay it back immediately. Right. Okay. Very, very good. This is what I meant. I think men are usually more organized in this topic. Yes. More strict, but not always, but generally. Olga, do you agree with Artem?
Yes, absolutely agree.
What about these two ladies? Do they manage to live on their budget?
I think Andrea can't live in the budget because she tends to spend money for
Spend money?
Spend money on things that she doesn't need.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
And I think Liana is more organized with money than Andrea. Because she plans her budget, her student budget, and last days before salary.
Yeah, the last day of months. Yeah, the last days of months.
The last days of months, she can то есть ограничивать. She can strict herself.
Okay. Well, she would live on, yeah, she would live on, она будет на чем-то сидеть, на чем-то.
She would live on porridge days.
That's right, that's right. Okay, for students again, yeah? Nothing new. All right. Artem, and who are you most similar to? Lian, Andrea, or Omar?
Maybe Andrea.
In what terms?
I think I can splash out on not maybe things, but journey, or I can do it definitely. And I don't have a strict budget, and I don't have I don't save money, and I don't have account for emergency things or something like this.
So you're not as organized as Omar, yes?
Yes, definitely, yes. Okay. Margarita, I don't understand. I don't understand what Lyons says about who is her student, my student, with my student loan. Who is it?
Okay, so loan is not a who. Loan is the money you get from university. If you're a good student,
sorry.
Oh no, sorry. With my student loan, no. This is the money that you get from the bank. Yes, as a student. So, and that is called a student loan, студенческий займ. Okay, got it? So that is a student loan. Okay, good. So, Hava, hello. You managed to join
Hello.
us. Yes.
Hello,
Hi.
Margarita. Hello,
Hello.
guys.
Right. So, Hava, we are speaking about money and budget a bit today. Okay. So, join in. Yes. All right. So, Olga, and the question to you, who are you most similar to?
Now I'm similar with Liana because I usually I can spend money for meeting
Spend money?
on meeting
Uh-huh.
with my friends, some entertainment.
Mhm.
But at the end of month, I can keep оставшиеся.
Yeah, the rest.
The rest money, ограничивая.
Limiting myself. Yeah.
Limited me.
So, or I can live on a limited budget. Yeah.
I can live on a limited budget.
Budget. To live on a limited budget. Right. Very good. Very good. Okay, guys, here in these three texts, we have so nice vocabulary and some of the words you have already used talking about yourselves. Let's look at the words, phrases, and decide what's new or what we already know. What maybe we can guess, right? So here, let's start with the phrase live on. And we can live on a few €100 a month, or we can live on some limited budget. Yes? So how would you understand live on some budget?
Жить на
что-то, да, жить на что-то. That's right. So live on €500 a month. Or how much did she say? Few €100 a month. Live on. I think that is no problem to understand what is goes on. Yeah, the half of that goes on rent. No difficulty. Yeah, in Russian the same. Oh, the next one I love. I tend to stock up on essentials when I see special offers in the supermarkets. What does she do? Stock up.
She buys many of this product.
Right. Yes, she sees a special offer and she buys a lot of them. So she stocks up on essentials. How do you say that in Russian? I like the phrase here. Stock up.
Закупаться.
Запасаться можно так. Закупаться, запасаться. Ага. Сток вообще это вот что-то в наличии, да, лежит там на складах, например. Это in stock. So to stock up on something, закупаться, запасаться чем-то. Yeah? Really good one. And again, have a look at the preposition. We have the preposition on. It's the most common, the most favorite preposition in topic of money. Okay, so have a look. Live on something, goes on something, stock up on something, right? It's one of the most common prepositions here. Okay, let's get to Andrea. And what does she do? I tend to splash out on things I don't need. What is splash?
Это splash, это...
Тратиться.
Right, it's okay, but yes, exactly. Просто тратить или как она? Splash.
Спонтанно.
Да, причем в разные стороны. Yes. Вообще,
Разбрасывать.
это
Транжирить.
Транжирить. Very good. Yes, транжирить. Very good. Splash – это брызги. Yeah, splashes. Или брызгать. So, она транжирит деньги. Yeah, splash out. And again, preposition on. I splash out on things I don't really need. Like new gadget and stuff like that. And as a result, she gets into debt. And Olga, what does that mean? She gets into debt?
Ну, она становится должником.
Залазит в долги. To get into debt. So, guys, listen to me carefully. Debt. What's the silent word, letter?
B.
Yeah, we don't say it. So say it with me, please. Debt. Debt. Very good. Then what she says, I try to cut back on non-essentials. Artem, what does she do? She tries to cut back on non-essentials.
She tries to avoid some she's tried to avoid buying some non-essential things.
That's right. So she cuts back on them, yes? And in Russian, we would say урезать себя, yeah? So cut back, right? Урезать. Okay. And again, guys, our most favorite preposition here, on, yes? Cut back on something, right? I'm trying to cut back on spending or splashing money on non-essentials. Good. Okay, then our organized and sensible Omar, and he says, I take out 80 euros a week and I live on that. What does he do? Take out?
Берет.
Берет. Причем очень важно, что take out это можно использовать еще глагол, если вы берете какой-то кредит, не знаю, займы и так далее. Это все будет take out. Если вы хотите снять деньги из банкомата, это тоже можно сказать take out. I want to take out some cash. All right? A useful word, take out. Okay, and if he gets into debt, he pays it back. I think it's easy. And what is a good phrase here? He tries to set aside a bit of money every month. What is he doing, Hava, if he tries to set aside?
Set aside. He try to collect money.
Save. Yeah, he tries to save some money. That's right. That's right. That means to set aside. Okay. And he said a nice phrase here. I try to set aside a bit of money every month for emergencies. It's all right. In Russian, we have another phrase. We say на черный день. What about English? Is there any idiom that would mean the same? There is. In English, people say for a rainy day. Yes. In Russian, we say differently. In English, they say for a rainy day. For a rainy day. Yeah. Okay. So set aside for a rainy day. Okay. Very, very important thing, actually. Yes, isn't it? Okay. Good. Lovely. Do you understand all these new phrases now? I think so. Okay. Right. Good. Then let's try it out, okay? And yeah, just here in part 3, we've got the questions. What I'd like you to do is choose the right answer in every question. Which phrase suits best? Work individually. You have just a minute. Choose what's correct. What's the most suitable answer?
Margarita, what means go on?
So the money goes on, куда-то деньги прям уходят, да,
Ага.
например, the money goes on rent, the money goes on food, and so on.
Мгм. Окей.
Мгм. Let's compare. So, Olga, would you like to start with the first one? Read the first, please, for us.
What could you cut back on in a weekly spending?
Fine, good. How about the second?
Could you live on less?
Okay. Artyom, what about third?
Do you set aside enough for emergencies?
Okay, good job, Olga.
Do you splash out on luxuries?
Good. Hava.
What do you think about getting into debt?
Good. Artyom.
Does most of your spending go on essential or non-essential?
Very good. Yes, Olga, 7.
How often do you take out money from the cash point?
Cash point, you know, this is the machine where you get the money from. It can be called cash point, or do you know another word for it? Cash point is the same as ATM machine. ATM.
ATM.
Yeah, I think most people would use ATM, right? Okay, and Artem, the last one.
Do you stock up on things you don't really need?
Perfect. Very good. Very good. Really nice questions. I'd like you guys to work in pairs and choose any 4 questions you will want to ask your partner. All right. So work together, ask any 4 questions and discuss them. We'll do like that. Olga and Hava, you'll be working in a pair. All right. Artem, stay here and work with me. Yes. All right. Show it for ladies. Yeah. Okay. So Artem, one by one, choose any question you want to ask me.
Okay. Do you stock up on things you don't really need?
No, I don't. I never stock up on things that I don't really need. However, I do sometimes stock up. Yes, if I see something on really good offer, I may buy more than I usually do. And I quite like it. I quite like to stock up on some things that I use regularly. So I find it really convenient. You don't need to think about it all the time if you have it or not. Yes. So yeah, it's pretty much convenient. And plus in Germany, I have a little room, like a lock, yes, and you can stock many things in there, right? And it's really, really convenient. Artem, how about you? Do you stock up on things you don't really need?
I think as no as well, because I can look for something, and when I see something that it's really bargain,
It's a real bargain.
When it's really bargain, I could think about it to buy some several things of it maybe, but I usually don't stock up on something, and yes, I think it's not about me.
Okay, perfect, perfect. Choose the next one.
What do you think about getting into debt?
Into debt.
Debt.
No, to be honest, I try not to get into debt, yeah, and I just hate borrowing money, and it happens, I don't know, once in a blue moon, right? So I can't remember even the last time I borrowed money from someone. Yeah, so I just pay my mortgage back monthly, and that's the only debt I have. Yeah.
I
So
think it's a great attitude. Yes.
yeah. So I really try to live on my budget. Yes, I just hate getting into debt. You have to pay it back. You maybe the other person feels uncomfortable about giving you money. I don't
Can
know.
you say about it that it's debt to banks, or
Yeah,
it's
it is
not?
also debt, right? Yes, if you have to pay the money back to the bank, it's also debt.
Because honestly, I have a credit card, and I buy something every day for this card because I have something like something that I can I have some percent that will I don't know how to say it in English, and that when I buy something, some percent of it come to my account or something like this.
It's called the cashback.
Cashback, yes, cashback. Yeah. I have some cashback, and that's why. And it's convenient for me to have something like that. And when I have my income, not my income, my salary every month, I get back this money to my credit card. And that's why it's every month I have the same ritual or something like this.
Yeah.
But it's not uncomfortable when all your salary you need to give it back to credit card. Because because usually I spend all the budget by this card.
Yes.
But I can buy something expensive like tickets to, I don't know, India or something, because if I hadn't had this option, I couldn't buy some tickets.
Okay. If I didn't have this option,
if I didn't have these options, I couldn't buy tickets to India. Like example of it.
Yes, yes, I see. Actually, these cashback options are very, very convenient, aren't they? And every month you get something back, and it goes sometimes back to your percent or whatever. It's a good thing. Artem, how about your attitude? What do you think about getting into debt?
I have debt only to banks like my credit card, but I don't take a debt. I don't getting.
I don't borrow, you can say like that. I don't borrow.
Yes, I don't borrow some money from my colleagues and my friends, because good thing is I don't desperately need it
Mm-hmm.
any time, and I don't need it these options, and I don't like it to borrow some money from some person. I think it's normal to borrow some money from banks.
Yes, right. And everyone feels comfortable. I mean, yeah, of course, you have to pay some interest rate, but on the other hand, you don't lose a friend. Yes.
Because when you and I don't get and usually now I don't give some money to my colleagues and to my friends, usually, because I know that it would be not comfortable to ask them about their debt.
Yes, that's right. That's right. That's
Because
right.
I had some not comfortable issues with it, and nowadays I understand that it's not comfortable, and we nowadays we have good options with banks or something, and when you need to have some money, you can borrow it from banks.
Yep. True, too true, too true. And the best idea is to live on your budget. Yes. And don't spend more. Okay, lovely. Artem, choose another question. Choose the next question for us.
Could you live on less?
Well, theoretically, I could probably, but why should I? No, I wouldn't like to live on less, you know? I mean, I think everyone could live on less money than they do have, yes, but the aim is actually to become more successful and to feel more freedom, yes, in your budget. So I'd like to live on more rather than less. So how about you? Do you think you would like to, do you think you could live on less?
Definitely I can, but I don't do it because I think it's right thoughts that you need to have a better income than to live on less.
Yes.
And like I said before, in our country, you have unexpected things, and that's why you could spend less and have one second. Setting no one second.
Yeah, setting aside.
But because we have too high inflation, and this is no really there's no meaning.
It makes no sense.
So this is no sense, I think, and that's why I don't want to do it as well. To live on this, because we live only once, and that's why you need to have a good food, very good adventures, and
right. And totally right to say you'd rather earn more than spend less. Yeah, that's a good attitude. All right, Artem, choose the last question for us. We decided to do 4.
What could you cut back on your weekly spending?
Okay. Difficult to say. Okay, ladies are back, so we managed only 3. All right. Kava, Olga, did you manage 4 questions?
Yes.
Okay, we managed only 3. Yes, but it's all right. So, ladies, would you like to tell us what's similar? What similar ideas do you have? Okay, so Hava, what about you and a cute guy that is supporting you?
For both of us,
Mhm.
was similar that we can put cut back
Mhm.
In a week sweeties that we как это было потребляем?
Consume.
Consumed, that we
Uh-huh.
consume.
Okay, so cutting back on sweeties is not only good for your budget, but also for your shape, right?
For health, yes, I
For
told
health.
you also.
Exactly. So only
And-
benefits. Uh-huh.
And we told about that we have bad habit to to collect some medicines in advance to splash out, как это было?
Yeah, to splash out on.
To splash out on medicines
Uh-huh.
that you don't really need.
Yeah, and that is actually not the best idea because the medicine usually has some expiring date. Yeah, and
Yes, we was going to ask how it's named in English. Expiry date, it's срок годности.
Да, expiring date. Yeah. So that means the date when you can't use it anymore. Expiring date. Fine. Okay. Olga, is there something else that was similar?
Yes, we also have a similar thing that in spend not we we don't have a common habit to splash out on luxuries, but not often. But sometimes we can't resist to buy expensive bag or shoes.
Yes. All right, ladies, I'm in a team. Good, lovely. Artem, what was similar for us? Can you share something with ladies?
That we both don't want to live on less. I think it's the most idea.
But we both want to.
Sorry?
But we both want to earn more, yes, and we don't want to live on less. That's true. That's true. There was also similar thing that we don't tend to get into debt, yes, and we try to avoid being in debt and lending some money to other people, yes. So that was also similar, right? Okay, lovely, lovely. So, do you think, guys, that you would like to have a Quizlet to help you remember this vocabulary? Yes, I think it would be of some use because there were some very, very good phrases. Let's check out very quickly what we could remember. So, Hava, for you, how do you say транжирить деньги? Hava, we don't hear you. Your microphone.
To splash out on
something. Very good. Olga, how do you say, ну, вот отложить на всякий случай?
Set aside.
Yeah, for an, на всякий случай, for an.
Rainy day.
For a rainy day, that's so good. Or for an emergency. Yeah.
Emergency.
Yeah, that's so lovely. Good. Artem, how do you say закупаться чем-то?
Stock out on
something. Very good. Okay. How would you say жить, ну, на какую-то сумму определенную, там, на какие-то деньги?
To live on.
Yes. A budget, yeah, to live on a budget. Very, very good. Olga, how do you say залезть в долги?
Get in debt.
get into that.
Into that.
Прям
Get into
вовнутрь,
that.
yeah. Get into that. Артем, the last one for you. Где-то себя урезать. В чем?
Cutting on something, no?
Cut back on something. Cut back.
Cutting back on, yes, cutting
Yes.
back
On something. Okay, guys, generally speaking, you remember many words, right? Anyway, I will create Quizlet for you to practice maybe a little bit more words. All right? Yes. So Dan, thanks so much for sharing money habits, and check out homework on the chat, and see you next time. Oh, by the way, guys, I'm so sorry. Just before I finish up, I forgot to tell you that I have to call off our next class on Tuesday again because of another doctor's appointment. All right, I'm really sorry, but it's just the period I'm trying to manage everything possible in Kaliningrad. Yes, so that is why. See you next Thursday. All right. Yes.
Okay.
Thanks very much for understanding. Have a good day.
Goodbye.
Thank you very
Bye-bye.
much.
See you.
Yeah.
Bye.
See you.
Bye.